Hey there everyone, That Sexy Nerd is back again, and well, prepare yourselves for the one true debate. The one debate that will end the entire existence of the world. Who stole from who? Looney Tunes or Tom and Jerry? Yeah. Steve decided to make a review. A review on basically the question that Nostalgia Critic posed in his Tom and Jerry video. Again, everybody seems to love that damn video. 10,000 views. One of my highest viewed videos on the channel. And again, y'all need to come out of the woodwork because where the hell's the love, guys? I need to make me some more videos and better videos. Y'all keep telling me like I gotta edit these videos, these commercials out and edit these videos a little better. And I'm like, I'm not getting enough love from the channel in order to be motivated for that. I mean, not motivated, but still, like to afford the necessary upgrades to this channel. So I'm stuck here for now, unfortunately, unless you guys come out the woodwork and start watching the vids. But hey, y'all do you. I still love you guys. So but anyway, yeah, so I thought this would be an interesting video to watch, because again, I thought I'm kind of curious myself, like who stole from who. I'm leaning more towards Looney Tunes though, because Tom and Jerry is just on another level, and I mean Looney Tunes was like Tom and Jerry I watched all the time. Looney Tunes was like, I don't know, it just was rare to watch, even when it was on like all the time. You had to watch it at a certain point in the day, which really sucked. Like I remember when I was younger, they used to play it all the time. Like God, I think it's before I discovered Nickelodeon, so I was like 5 or 6. So they used to play that. I used to watch the cartoons, and I used to watch that just basically all the time. So yeah. And then Nickelodeon came into my life, and then I had to split everything around, and then Looney Tunes just kind of disappeared and was only from 12 to 1, which was weird, but what are you gonna do? I also used to watch the Superman, the original Superman, the Faster Than a Speeding Bullet TV show. So yeah, there was a lot of memories there. But anyway, enough of me reminiscing, because we're getting past the point of the entire video. So why don't we just get into it? And remember, please smash that like button if you want to see more sexy and nerdy content, and subscribe if you think I deserve it. And remember, sign up for my Patreon for all my latest reactions to my latest videos. And let's do this thing, y'all. Now, Cat Concerto and Rhapsody Wabbit.
So a little while ago, I uploaded a video which focused around every time Tom had won
yes!
the Tom and Jerry series.
Awesome.
It's something I've been working on for a good while, but then a few days before I was scheduled to upload, I noticed this video go up. Titled, "How many times has Tom caught Jerry?"
Somebody asked me, that's really funny. Somebody actually asked me to, do that video, and I was wondering about that. It's like that came out pretty damn close to when he did that. But yeah, somebody actually asked me to review that, and I kind of just did the censorship episode instead, which again needs more views. But yeah, this is I don't know. Do you guys still want me to do that video? Let me know.
Video go up. Titled, "How many times has Tom caught Jerry?" Oh bugger, I thought. This isn't gonna look good on me.
Bugger.
Uploading a near identical video topic just moments after someone else.
Oh please.
People are gonna notice this. And
no.
Sure enough, people did. Now, thankfully, most of the comments realised that this was nothing more than just a wild coincidence, with my favourite being, "If I had a nickel for every British cartoon YouTuber that has made a video about Tom catching Jerry in between July 11th and July 13th, 2025...
I have 2 nickels, which isn't a lot, but it's weird that it happened twice, right?
Right?
Those of you that are familiar with my channel know that I can barely get a video out every 2 weeks, let alone one in just 2 days.
Yeah, oh my god! That reminds me, he's supposed to do a Godzilla's -1 review. What? You better do that shit when the sequel is announced. I have to do his Godzilla videos, honestly, too. I'll probably do all of those things when the new Godzilla movie is announced. Count on it. But yeah. I'm worse, so don't feel bad, Steve. I can't even get some of these videos edited. Like, I'm still working on Gen V Season 2. Y'all didn't even know I was working on that, did you?
By the way, Ed Ake actually did a really stellar job with his video.
No.
So by all means, go check him out, along with the rest of his videos too.
Let me know.
It's great stuff.
Let me know.
But on the topic of Tom and Jerry, this incident reminded me of another real-life occurrence which happened
He's
way
using
back in
oversimplified music.
Where MGM and Warner Brothers released two very similar cartoons focused around a piano concert featuring Hungarian Rhapsody No. 2. Those being the Cat Concerto, a Tom and Jerry cartoon directed by William Hanna and Joseph Barbera,
by all of them.
Rhapsody Rabbit, a Bugs Bunny cartoon directed by Fritz Freleng.
Ooh.
Both were released in the same year, both were submitted to the Academy Awards, but only one went on to win the award, whilst the other didn't even get a nomination.
Really?
Which led to frustrations and wild accusations from each studio, claiming that the other had stolen their work.
What?
It's sabotaging.
Now, to be fair, cartoons back then took a lot of inspiration from each other.
What?
Like, you see this Disney cartoon?
Well,
Psych, it's actually a Merry Melody short.
Whoa.
Okay, fellas, on with the man.
Rip off!
To have two cartoons with such similar premises at the same time was even seen as strange back then, and Fritz Freleng thought as much, as apparently in the Academy screening room, he leapt to his feet and shouted that MGM stole his cartoon.
Why doesn't someone tell me these things? Remember, watch my Mel Blanc screaming video for what I'm talking about. I was literally dying. I laughed so hard the back of my head was like just killing me, like crushing in. It's like crazy. Everything was tightening back there.
So, what happened? Was this just coincidence, or was there some potential misplay at hand? Well, let's take a look.
They are similar, but there are differences.
Let's start with the arguments for the Cat Concerto being the original. The first and most obvious argument is, why is Bugs Bunny being pitted against a mouse?
Okay, yeah, there you go.
This feels like something that would be far more natural for a Tom and Jerry cartoon than the Bugs Bunny one. Bugs also feels a bit out of character here. He's normally known for being the calm, witty antagonist.
He's an asshole.
Only retaliate once being provoked.
Well, means war.
Yet here he is straight up hostile to the mouse for no reason, and shows a lot of aggressive tendencies, even straight up murdering a guy for coughing in the audience.
Yeah. But that was funny. That was funny.
And just look at this shot of Bugs here smiling whilst holding out his tongue.
It's weird, right?
Doesn't that feel more typical of a Tom expression?
Yeah.
Than one? Of the two cartoons, the Cat Concerto also feels like the more polished one. The jokes feel more integrated into the short, the music flows better, and the animation is of a higher quality. This cool video on YouTube uploaded by Yenchi actually shows the piano keys being played in the cartoons and how they translate to an actual piano.
Really?
It sounds like this. Whereas the Cat Concerto is spot on. So overall, the Cat Concerto seems like it had more time and money put into it.
I love this guy basically just shouted out that they stole his idea, and yet Tom and Jerry, just in the first few minutes of analyzing this, is more credible than Rhapsody Rabbit.
Which makes it less likely to be the copycat, so to speak. As logically, the cartoon that was doing the plagiarizing would need to be more rushed in order to get it completed at the same time. And when we look at production records, we do see that Rhapsody Rabbit was indeed pushed ahead in its release schedule compared to the release date of other cartoons Warner Brothers was producing at the time.
No.
So that seems like a pretty simple open and shut case, right? Well, let's take a look at some arguments for why Rhapsody Rabbit could in fact be the original.
What?
Now, I mentioned how Bugs being pitted against a mouse was an unusual setting for a Bugs Bunny short, but equally so, having a Tom and Jerry cartoon set in a concert hall is just as bizarre. Now, sure, these days, seeing Tom and Jerry in all sorts of settings and situations is pretty commonplace.
That's still old.
In 1947, all prior Tom and Jerry shorts had them set in a domestic environment as a simple household cat and mouse.
Okay.
But now, suddenly out of the blue, Tom is a famous pianist, looking much more anthropomorphized as he walks in all suited up, whilst Jerry is also living in the concert hall itself. Whereas for Bugs, it's been pretty common for him to be in a wide array of settings, depending on what the cartoon demands.
Okay.
As for Bugs' aggressive behaviour, this isn't actually too out of character for him at the time.
It's not too out of character.
Early in the mid-40s, Bugs had far more of a short temper than his much more chill persona that we know today. And it wouldn't be uncommon for him to lose his cool, or sometimes even be portrayed as the straight-up antagonist of the episode.
Yeah, I mean, seriously, one time he... How many times does Bugs Bunny get tricked by... It was a gremlin, right? He just basically was like trying to set off a bomb, and he was knocking it with a hammer. So Bugs just comes up to him and goes, "Yeah, let me do it." And he goes, What am I doing?
So him being the aggressor against a little mouse doesn't actually come across as all too strange.
Yeah.
I wish I were dead. Do you mean it?
Another thing that isn't actually too out of character. See, with Warner Brothers, you would have two types of cartoons. The Looney Tunes series, which back then would be the lower budget
He killed that dog.
portrayed in black and white.
Yeah.
And then you would get the Merry Melody series, which were higher budget, produced in colour, and usually had shorts where the stories would focus around musical pieces.
Wink, wink,
Rhapsody
wink.
Rabbit was fittingly a Merry Melody cartoon. And in 1941, there was another Merry Melody short titled Rhapsody in Rivets, which also used Hungarian Rhapsody No. 2 as its musical score.
Really?
Only this time, it was focused around a construction site. And who directed this short? None other than Friz Freleng.
Okay.
But
Whoa.
the strongest argument for Rhapsody Rabbit are the production dates for when the music was recorded. So I mentioned earlier how records indicated that Rhapsody Rabbit was pushed ahead of its release schedule. Well, that was just for the release. But what we also have are records showing when both cartoons were produced, and most crucially, when the piano score was recorded. Normally, this wouldn't be such a huge deal, as in animation, the music is recorded until later down the production line, once the animation has been completed. But for certain cartoons, such as these ones, where the music plays a much more integral role, the music would actually be recorded first, and then the animation was drawn to sync up with it. And records show that the music for Rhapsody Rabbit was recorded on the 2nd of February 1946.
And it was 1947.
Concerto wasn't recorded until April later that year.
Okay.
So with the Rhapsody Rabbit music being recorded a whole 2 months before the Cat Concerto, it seems like a pretty strong argument for Rhapsody Rabbit being the original. Though, to be fair, you can't rule out the possibility that MGM initially started drafting the idea,
Probably.
and then Warner Brothers heard about it and started rushing their own production. I mean, Tex Avery, who was a director at MGM at the time, also used to work at Warner Brothers. So it's possible that he was still in contact with these former colleagues and just let it slip in conversation.
I am a rabbit!
It actually seems like there's more evidence for Rhapsody Rabbit being the original. But perhaps there's also a third option.
What?
So getting back to my original point, coincidence does happen. Multiple artists can get inspired by the same piece of media or current events that are floating around at the time.
Giving me my Stutz knife and a blow. Is that you, Mert? How's every little thing, Mert?
Hello, Schultz. I want you to... Oh, is that you, Mert?
And with
Hi,
studios
Mel Blanc.
pumping out so many shorts year after year, it probably wasn't that unlikely that something like this could happen. Hell, did you know that there was also a third musical-based cartoon nominated that year called Musical Moments?
What?
Which features a piano piece being performed by Woody Woodpecker.
What?
Maybe piano concerts were just the flavour for that year.
I guess so.
Bulgarian Rhapsody No. 2 has also been featured in numerous cartoons beforehand and would still go on to get used afterwards.
Hey, they need to use it more.
Who Framed Roger Rabbit during a piano concert between...
That was it?
Imagine if they'd actually used Bugs and Tom for this.
Oh, yeah.
That would have been something.
I've worked with a lot of wisecrackers, but you are despicable.
Yeah, well, that was pretty good.
Plus there are...
What? What?
Plus there...
Yo, that South Park was just go. That was, yo, this guy's getting funnier. I'm telling you, he's getting funnier as hell.
There are other examples of cartoons borrowing inspiration from each other. Rabbit of Seville had a similar setup. Musical piece of Barbara of Seville. One Cab Family has a similar climax of the cartoon Streamline Greta Green.
Huh? Oh no. No, thank you. What the fuck is wrong with that car? And he gets stuck, huh? Yeah. Back up! What? Oh my god!
But I wouldn't say these outright copied each other, as there are far more differences than similarities, and I think the same goes for the Cat Concerto and Rhapsody Rabbit. As aside from the setting, a lot of the gags are different, and even the endings are different.
Yeah.
But I think the biggest argument for coincidence is again to look at production records, which talks about a blunder which happened with Studio Technicolor. Technicolor received both drafts of the cartoons, but because they were so similar, the studio actually mixed up the two and accidentally sent early Rhapsody Rabbit footage over to MGM instead of Warner Brothers.
Really?
Warner Brothers would later claim that it was this mistake that allowed MGM to copy their cartoon, but Joe Adamson's book, Bugs Bunny 50 Years and Only One Grey Hair, claims pretty much the exact opposite, in which it talks about the moment MGM first saw the Rhapsody Rabbit footage. Quote, when Bugs Bunny came up on the MGM screen, it was Hanna-Barbera who were disturbed first. A project much like theirs was apparently closer to completion over at Termite Terrace, and it was clearly going to be an Oscar contender for 1946. The Tom and Jerry cartoon, finally titled Cat Concerto, was rushed through the studio's production process and put up for the Academy consideration in the spring.
Whoa.
So, according to Tex Avery, MGM were already working on the Cat Concerto, but once they discovered Warner Brothers were also producing a similar cartoon, then they decided to rush it through production in order to get it released first. And in a similar vein, Warner Brothers probably got wind that their footage had been sent to the wrong studio, and so also began rushing production in order to get their short out first. Then of course, when both cartoons did release and it came to them being screened for Oscar nominees, audiences and staff were quick to notice the similarities, as stated in an interview from Joseph Barbera.
Really?
Quote, it was at the screening for the Oscar nominees, we, Cat Concerto, played first. When it came on, people were laughing like hell. And when the lights came on, Freeling was mad as hell.
I would imagine.
Ours ended up as one of the 5 Oscar finalists, and people had the feeling that Freeling was ripping off our cartoon. But he said, no, I never saw your goddamn lousy cartoon. He then goes on to say, I really believe that it was coincidence. Freeling had a sense of humour, we thought the same, and our gags were the same. With the cheeky final line of, but what's a rabbit doing with a mouse?
There you go.
I think that was more of a little snark than an actual accusation.
That's a troll.
With the production records and first-hand witnesses, it really does seem like the whole thing was just one big coincidence, with even both directors eventually agreeing so too.
Wow.
But even though this incident was put down to coincidence, there were still some other accusations that may have led to foul play. Apparently MGM had numerous connections to people in the Academy industry, which some have put down as to why Tom and Jerry won so many Oscars in their original run. Personally, I don't think that's the case.
Come
More
on.
crucially, MGM had it so that their cartoon would be screened first, thereby making it look a lot more like Warner Brothers had copied them. Regardless of whether that's true or not, I do feel bad for Friz Freleng as he really got the short end of all this. But he would kind of get his revenge a year later, as his cartoon entry, Tweety Pie, would go on to win the Cartoon Academy Award. Not only giving Warner Brothers their first Cartoon Academy Award, not only also breaking Tom and Jerry's 4th consecutive win streak, but also doing it with a cartoon that featured a cat and prey rivalry. With a cat that's also named Thomas.
Sylvester.
And Thomas, remember, no tricks.
Either way, this moment in history is a fascinating little insight into what two different talents from two different studios could produce with the same idea. If you want to look more into this with even further details, then go ahead and check out the website cartoonresearch.com with the article Pianist Envy.
What?
I'll put a link in the description below.
Wow. Not only did that Pianist Envy joke slap, like fucking seriously, get wrecked other jokes. He used again, Steve is really getting good because he used a clip from a Treehouse of Horror episode. One of my favorites, The Shitting.
You mean Shining?
Shh. You want to get sued?
So, well, not The Shitting. It was the one where Bart, where it's just basically the teachers eat all the students. So, yeah, holy shit. Dark. But, yeah, you want to see more? Check out my top 11 The Simpsons episodes from Nostalgia Critic. My reaction to that is actually pretty damn funny, especially the beginning. I exploded. But anyway, yeah, I actually got a lot more out of this than I thought. It was actually more entertaining than I thought it was going to be. So it was a coincidence. It's everybody always kind of like even Doug kind of thought it would be a coincidence. It just is. It's really just luck of the draw. I mean, I'm sure there was some double dealing in the back, but more. It's just more of a coincidence than anything. More the fact that one is definitely better than the other. Cat Concerto is is better than a Rhapsody Wabbit. I can't help it but call it Rhapsody Wabbit. And also just like I can't distinctively go dun 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 dun. So yeah, I have issues. But yeah, it was really, really a good episode, really thought-provoking, and I kind of want to hear your thoughts. Do you guys think differently, or do you guys think that this is all just a big coincidence? And what is your favorite? Do you guys think that Rhapsody Wabbit is better than Cat Concerto? Let me know in the comments below. And remember, please, smash that like button if you want to see more sexy and nerdy content, and subscribe if you think I deserve it. And that's all, folks.